Hi guys, today I'm covering many people popular things about YouTube. It's two YouTubers today. Yes, you guys spoke to duology. I was gonna do a third one, Freddy Pop Collector, but I decided to do him on the 11th. Also, I started the video on the 11th. Don't know how to know that, but I will. So, let's start with MatPat. First of all, his Star Wars video of him thinking that Rey would turn into the dark side. Okay, first of all, Rey actually helped her friends. Second of all, Snoke. She actually finally defeats Snoke. And, of course, by accidentally killing him. Okay, I know Snoke is the weirdest name in Star Wars history, but there you go, the main bad guy is Snoke. My dad says actually the name belongs to a clown, not an empire. Moving on, third of all, she was always a Jedi in the first movie. Fourth of all, why would she do that after being years of being a Jedi? After years of I don't know, finally teaming up with Kylo Ren. Oh, fifth, the one time the entire series teams up with Kylo Ren. MatPat, I say it right now, you are being crazy when you think Rey will join the dark side. No. We see time and time again when a certain movie comes out and it gets proven wrong when it finally comes out. Also, I gotta explain about the Sonic the Hedgehog video. The most recent one, thinking that Tails has no tails. Well, he does. Oh, and you think Mario's a psychopath. He's not. Sure, he does some questionable things in his games, but Mario's a hero. He saves the princess. He stops King Bowser. He is not a psychotic person. I don't know what was thinking of that of your mind. Also, you used to think that the Wanderer in Kong Skull Island. The Wanderer in the 1933 found the exact same ship as the one sink in Kong Skull Island. Well, you pay attention to Big Jack films, you know that's completely wrong. They're not the same. They look completely different. One stuck to the ground, and the other is still around. One is older than the other. I mean, years. But long before the Skull Island movie came out. Also, He also used to thought that Aquaman and Spider-Man with no heroes. His Spider-Man one is pretty obvious. He thinks he's responsible for many of the chaos that caused by New York. Well, in reality, it's actually the bad guys. The only thing he's doing wrong is stopping bad guys while being part of about asking the government to do it. That's the only thing he's doing wrong. The bad guys have more chaos in him. Also, I have to say right now, your thumbnails from your most recent videos are a little too weird. And check out the thumbnail for the Jedi or evil theory. Look at that thumbnail. I mean, look at the thumbnail. Also, his SpongeBob adopted theory. He has the weirdest thumbnails out of his recent years. Also, let's move on away from that and move on to his Five Nights at Freddy's theories. I'm thinking that UCN is canon. I kid you not. He's actually responsible for people who got too deep into the lore. Deep into his own hands. He probably is, I don't know, the great-grandpa of theorists who go too deep into the lore. Deep into his big hand inside of a hole. I mean, he's like a tiger hunting down any theory he finds he might be correct of. And also, he's using many wrong resources. He's using the Fazbear Fright books as an example of the date of the year of the children's incident. He's using the Fazbear Fright books. For example, what kind of character Plushtrap is. Using the Fazbear Fright book as an example of whether or not the lonely Freddy is the psychic friend Fredbear. Well, he is kind of psyche, isn't he? Well, I don't know, and he's using the Fazbear Fright book to point out that he thinks that Golden Freddy is controlled by two people. Now, the only correct way he uses the Fazbear Fright books as source for the lore is finally getting the right identity to Michael Afton. Finally figures out once for all he's actually the brother of the Foxy Mask. Also, he is responsible, no joke, responsible for the iconic meme and what Springtrap says, "I always come back." He points that out that Springtrap says that over and over again. I was like, so what? He's right though. he always comes back. Oh, you need to slow down. Slow down trying to prove me wrong of Pixar. Remy is the villain. Oh, Wally's a cannibal. Oh, get this. How his weirdest one of all is with Shrek. How deadly is Shrek's farts? Really? I'll tell you those stinkiest smell ever. Why? So, who's all on away from go to another one, Dawco. So, Dawco is, of course, has a video relating to UCM where he tries to think it's canon, just like MatPat. Also, don't get me started on the songs. I mean, listen to the Into the Pit song. And Count the Waves song. I mean, in the middle of the song, his person, Funtime Freddy, sounds like a more creepy version of Mickey Mouse and a hybrid of Elmo. But he says this in the middle of a song, I am the billions. One call it intelligence. Billions! Billions, really? Billions like money? You could say I am the most call it intelligence. But no, we decided to say billions. And he has most loudest excitement screams ever. Too late for FBR. What? MatPat, Dawko, do you really think that making the weirdest content ever, I mean, you're both practically the same thing. You're both practically the same YouTube. Both of you make the weirdest video, make the most harder to understand videos I've ever seen. Both of you try way too hard to think that UCM is canon. Both of you go way too deep into the lore, and both of you are like animals trying to find a perfect way to try to prove that you're trying to be right about your theories way too much. And both of you go a little bit too far, go a little bit too confusing on what you mean about your videos. I'm Matt the Comicguy. This is me signing off. Goodbye.